I hope you're all in the middle of a wonderful book right now. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my August to read list. I'm probably not going to read all of these, at least not necessarily in this exact order. I'll probably either add in some others or drop some of these, but this would be my ideal list. The first book on my list is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, which I actually started at the end of July. Nikolai, King of Ravka, is still dealing with the effects of his country's civil war. The demon that resides within him is growing stronger, and enemies gather at his border. Along with a monk and Nikolai's commander, the legendary Grisha Zoya, he journeys to find a way to save his country and himself. I've already read both the Six of Crows duology and the Shadow and Bone trilogy by Leigh Bardugo. See my last two videos if you want to hear more about them. So I'm really excited to read this book and see what happens. Keep an eye out for an upcoming video about my in-depth thoughts as I read. It should be coming later this month. The next book on my to-read list is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Suzanne Collins. This is a prequel to the Hunger Games trilogy, and it follows Snow as an 18-year-old. His family has fallen on hard times, and the only way to redeem himself is become a mentor for the female tribute from District 12. I've heard mixed reviews about this book. Some say it was pretty good, and others say it was a letdown. I wasn't a huge fan of the Hunger Games trilogy. I liked it, but I didn't love it, so I'm not going in with super high expectations. But I'm also kind of excited for it. I'm not entirely used to reading books told solely from a male's point of view, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I am a huge fan of Hamilton. I have seen it 3 times in the last month since it came out on Disney+. So I am incredibly excited to read Alex and Eliza by Melissa De La Cruz. This book is basically a fictionalized version of Alexander Hamilton and Elizabeth Schuyler, and I'm excited to see how historically accurate it is, and I love romance, so I'm excited to see how it plays out with 2 of my favorite historical characters. Up next is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. Scarlett's father has arranged a marriage for her, and she finally has an opportunity to see the mysterious once-a-year Caraval performance. Scarlett's sister whisks her away to the show, but as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Legend, the Caraval's organizer. This year's event revolves around her, and the first person to find Tella wins. It's only supposed to be a game, but Scarlett finds herself surrounded by love, heartbreak, and magic. This book has been on my to-read list for almost a year, and I'm glad I finally get to read it. It seems like a mix of a thriller and a fantasy, which are 2 of my favorite genres. Another book I want to read this month is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Alex Stern is an unlikely member of Yale's freshman class. High school dropout, sole survivor of a horrific multiple homicide, and then she's offered an opportunity to attend an elite university on a full-ride scholarship. But there's a catch. Alex must monitor Yale's secret societies, whose activities are more dangerous than she imagined. This is the second book on this list by Leigh Bardugo, whom I absolutely love. This book is a pretty big departure from her usual style of YA fantasy, but I think it sounds really interesting, and I'm really excited to read it. So this month's list is a little bit shorter than normal, mostly because 2 of the books on this list are the first in a trilogy, so if I like them, then I'll probably read the next books in the series. But here are a few more books I'd like to read if I have time. American Royals by Catherine McGee, The Diviners by Leva Bray, One of Us is Lying by Karen M. McManus, Anna K. by Jenny Lee, and They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goodman. I'm not going to explain each one, but I'll put the Goodreads link in the description box. If you want to hear my thoughts on the books I read this month, be sure to keep an eye out for my reading wrap-up at the end of the month. Also, keep an eye out for my Goodreads reviews, which typically come out about a day after I finish reading. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now go read a good book!